Well, hello again. This is scottvee doing another tour of an imaginary place. We're still in vanilla Minecraft. This time we're going to cover trees. One thing you'll notice is there's actually quite a few different types of trees. And Minecraft from the very beginning has been just gradually improving. Every little release it adds more and more different features and variety. And this Miranda world I'm using is interesting because it's a year and a half old, so it's got some of the oldest terrain generated ever, as well as some of the most recent. Here's some pretty old terrain. It's a standard, here's a willow tree, oak tree, spruce tree, I believe that one is called. Now, trees are your most valuable resource. They're renewable. You can build with them. You can burn it as fuel. Just some helpful tips with trees. I find if you're going to chop them, harvest the entire tree, start from the second one up, jump up in the middle, and then you should be able to reach even a tree that's 6 or 7 units high. And some servers actually will complain if you leave one piece of wood up there, this whole thing will just float in space forever, and on some servers that's considered griefing, and it's best just to harvest the entire tree. Now when you harvest a tree, as it decays, there's a neat algorithm for each log. There's a certain number of leaves that can be supported by each log. So as you take logs out, the tree starts to die off. And you'll find that occasionally it will drop a baby tree. There's a baby tree right there. Sapling. And each sapling is clearly marked. And what you can do each time, try to keep this a renewable resource. All of this is going to decay, and you can replant the tree right back where it was. So that one will decay. This one here, this is an oak tree. Again, if you don't jump up in here, you might get stuck with one log at the top you can't get to. So I just always recommend you start at the second log from the bottom and hop in there and hollow the thing out. I'm looking for a baby. See if I can find a sapling for this guy. It takes 5 or 6 minutes for a tree to completely evaporate. There's some just weird biology in this imaginary world. But once it does, everything that it's going to drop will drop. Anyway, you could replant it. Let's see, I'll jump up, see if I can see anything growing up there. Nope, that looks pretty basic. This guy didn't drop any. Usually you get 2 or 3, sometimes 4 drops per tree. Now the spruce trees are usually a little taller, so your trick here is usually necessary for these. Well, that one was pretty short. Sometimes those get 7 or 8 blocks tall in the middle. Let me see, if I had iron, I should have made a, yeah. Oh, I see, that one has started one down. Let's see if it drops anything. You should have made some shears. Shears are important, because with the shears you can actually save the leaves. Although in vanilla Minecraft the leaves are not good for anything other than just decoration. In some other mods the leaves can be used as fuel and various other things. Here's some more baby birch trees. It's not letting me pick them up. How weird. Well, if you ever have trouble picking something up, just dig one down more. Once it falls, it should be able to pick it up. It's just a quirk. So I can't pick it up. Let it drop again, and there we go. Okay, well I have a baby oak sapling. Now there's a neat trick when you go to plant these. Once you have bone, you can make bone meal. And let's get this right. You want to see an instant forest? I got my saplings. Okay, let's go over here. 6. Now a tree needs to have open sky above it if it's going to grow. And if you hit it with, I'm holding bone meal in my hand, you hit it and poof, you got a tree. Wow, sometimes I just whirl out like that for no reason. Let's try that again. You hit it with the, stand back a bit, and hit it with the bone meal. Because what happened up there was the trees pushed me out of the way because I was too close to the tree. But you can pretty well make an instant forest this way and have pretty much infinite source of wood if you manage it properly. Now there's a whole lot of, now this little dude doesn't have really any room to grow. Let me reposition him over here, and I'm out of bone meal, so he's just going to have to grow on his own. But you will see some of these forests are pretty extensive. This one doesn't have any of the giant, there are some trees that get considerably larger. I don't see any of those over here, but for next time I'll show you some interesting facts about the larger trees. For right now, that's how to harvest trees in the wild. I know there's organized ways to do tree farms and set everything up just perfectly, but for now, that's just wild harvesting. Okay, I've gone and made myself a, well, I am going to make myself a pair of shears, and I will show you what I mean with the shears. You can pick up grass and go plant it somewhere else. With shears, you can plow through leaves, clear out the leaves super fast, and you actually get to pick them up off the ground. Now, there's interest, at this point those leaves are just decorative, but what's a little less well known is that you can take the leaves and some logs, because again, there's an algorithm that each log can support a certain number of leaves, and the Minecraft growth algorithms have gotten a lot more complex since the early days, so it's kind of fun and full of surprises. But you can make little shrubberies out of them. So you can make little shrubberies out of them. All you need is a log, and I think if you go 3 logs tall, you can make like a little Christmas tree pattern, and these will be stable if you have enough. If you have enough of a wood to leaf ratio, you can actually make all kinds of interesting patterns. Little dwarf trees, little shrubberies, little shrubberies with night lights. These look good along the sides of roads with different colored leaves. Again, each different type of tree has different colored leaves. So that's a good indication of some of the things you can do